My name's Clay with the Clayway here in Grand Rapids, Muskegon, Michigan, and somebody drilled a hole in my gas tank. Not just one, but I find out two. What am I supposed to do?
The frick?
You ever look under your car and find some crap like that? Never fear. And if you already know, please turn the volume down on this video and let it play all the way through, yo, so you don't destroy my analytics. And if this video helps you put on one of my sweet Clayway playlists at nighttime, well, laying your little head down to sleep, just turn down the volume so you don't have to listen to me ramble. And let them suckers play.
What the hell?
Now the damn thing won't start. Probably out of gas.
Oh man, it's not gonna be an easy fix.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with this thing, but it just died.
I'm filling her up. Wait a minute. Oh boy. Wait, dude. You're leaking.
What? Needless to say, I was a little bit upset because this was bought from another guy who had it at another guy's place, and the guy stole the shocks off of it, the keys, broke the window, stole the wiper transmission, drilled 2 holes in the gas tank, and I am not happy. Plus, on top of that, he left it totally dismantled, got evicted from the place he was at, and the guy who actually owned the vehicle that gave him $900 to work on it freaking got it back in pieces. The whole rear end was tore apart. The inside was tore apart. It was insanity. The guy even had to spend $200 to get it towed out of this other guy's place back to his before he sold it to me. And as a side note, folks, you never have to pay a reputable shop before they do repairs unless there's some major expenses like an engine or a transmission that needs to be purchased before you do it. That includes Jose working underneath a tree in his yard. He does not have to be paid before he is done with the work. Because why would he do the work if he's already been paid? Don't get screwed like this guy. I'm able to help you. So it's all good. This kid had told this guy who owned this GMC Terrain before that he worked for me and that him and I were friends, except I owed him money, which was a crock of crap. Enough about that guy later on. I'm going to show you how to fix a hole in your gas tank if somebody does this crap to you. Nice.
What the frick?
What a joke. Look at this fuck crap. Right here on the elbow. If it was on the flat spot, it would be, a little bit easier to repair. But I think I have an idea of how to repair this. So here's the thing. You probably think you got a patch for that. Yes. You don't. My solution, or should I say Timmy Telfer, solution is probably the best solution. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy. So you might go over there, whip you up some old JB Weld or whatever the hell and put it over the top of it, but it isn't going to last because gas tanks nowadays have an extreme amount of pressure and they build up and the fuel sloshing around on the inside of that gas tank. Depending on the temperature outside, fuel will expand and contract with different temperature variances. So if you put a patch or a plug over that, it's constantly going to be pushing this way. You need something that grapples from the inside so it doesn't push out from the inside. And the sidewalls of the fuel tank are so thin, you can't tap it out and put a bolt in there. You could probably JB weld a bolt in there. That quite possibly might work. Regretfully, that isn't going to last because that gas tank isn't very thick and it's going to break down a lot quicker than the rubber that we're going to end up using in this video. Other than sitting through this hopefully fun video, you need to do something quick to something that's not very thick. I got a trick. You have no idea. In the past, tried several different types of applications, but eventually they all leak. This one that I'm about to show you, probably never gonna leak. Oh, let's thank myself and old Timmy Telfer. Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna put his face on a t-shirt with the old, yeah, because he says it every time you say anything to this guy. It's funny as crap. Okay, so I think the best fix for this is gonna maybe put some Permatex on this or whatever is fuel resistant, shove this plug inside the hole and plug this sucker up, and then we're good to go. Gonna need a little bit bigger one. That's what she said. Come on, you all knew that was coming. So they make several sizes of these. I'm gonna put a link to them down in the description below, an Amazon link. I'm gonna end up using this one, which I don't know exactly what size it is, but I'm thinking it looks like right around, this one would be 3/8, 5/16 or something, but it doesn't really matter. This one's like a 1-inch plug. You might have to drill the hole out depending on the size that they used. Most half-wits, like Brandon, the guy who did this, not going to have anything available larger than a 1/2 inch, because most drill bit kits don't come with a larger drill bit than a 1/2 inch. So you're probably going to be pretty good at getting a 1/2 inch or smaller. You can also pick these up at the local hardware store, but then I don't make a 1/2 cent or something when you buy them off of Amazon. I'm poor. Help me, please. I'm just kidding. Consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos, and giving me a sweet old thumbs up. Mind that if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. You could also donate if you want. That's nice. I'm just kidding. Often broke, but not poor. There's a big difference. I'm very blessed and very lucky. Think about it this way. Even if you order too big of one, you can always make the hole bigger. I wouldn't want to make the hole bigger in my particular situation because it's on the elbow of the gas tank and it might cause problems sealing up. Just make sure that you screw this down and make sure it's really nice and fat and girthy. If you all really want that kind of stuff, fat, girthy, nice stuff. Oh, I think that's gonna work pretty good right there. I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna put some Permatex on it or whatever, let it dry. I'll put it down in the description below what I actually use. Then we'll put some gas in it and see if it leaks out everywhere after it sets up and dries. So just to get some grapple, I'm gonna run the file up inside there just to rough up the surfaces, and then I'm gonna rough up the surface around it too. Not trying to make it any bigger because my little plug is about the same size. Make sure it's real clean before I put my epoxy on my plug. I want to smell my fingers, and if it doesn't smell like tuna fish, you're probably okay. If it does smell like tuna fish and it isn't a gassy smell, then you want to check her out and make sure she's doing what she's supposed to do. I would run away from that if I were you. You're gonna have problems later on. Yeah. Now, even with this style plug right here, remember to screw it down, and then that will pull down on your rubber. It's like she said, too much is never enough. Scoop that sucker up good. All right, with the ingenious ginger solution here. You didn't really come up with that. There we go. We got that all gooped up really good. We're gonna let that dry up before we test it out tomorrow. Should be good to go, I think.
12 hours later.
Well, feels pretty solid right there. So some gas in it, see what happens. Hopefully it don't leak.
10 minutes later.
About 2 gallons in it. Normally that's enough to make it leak. It definitely had stuff leaking out. So I would say this is a confirmed good fix. Very good solution to a fortunately increasing problem throughout America. I'm glad that it happened to me so I could show you. So F you, Brandon. I'm not pissed about these repairs. I'm pissed that this kid told somebody that I owed him money. I don't owe him a damn thing. And if that wasn't bad enough, I found a freaking hole in the other side too. What a crock of crap. This guy, what a piece of human excrement. Just garbage lowlife. So I'm going to break it down to you. I bought this 2011 GMC Terrain with 150,000 miles on it from a guy named Cam. I'm going to save that for a video that I'm going to put in the description below because I've rambled on quite a bit about this and you already know how to fix it. But hey, don't forget, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. Don't be the next to them, be the absolute first to you. How do I know it's working? Because the gas gauge isn't on E anymore. Well, the good thing about some of the Brandons in the world is they're really stupid. This guy could have stole the catalytic converter out of it and would have netted him much more money than the pair of shocks, the wiper transmission, the keys, and everything else. What an idiot. Let's go, Brandon. If you've got a question for me, hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook Messenger. I can't help you with baby mama drama, but I may be able to help you fix that whip. Consider subscribing, clicking them notifications, sharing this video to people you may or may not know. May all your dreams come true except for one, so you always have something to strive for. God bless, folks. Have the best of days.